What's up, everyone? I'm Justin with Is It Scary Wisconsin, joined by my best friend Gage, and tonight we are reviewing the Revenge of the 80s Haunted House event at Green Bay Fear.
It was nice to get a haunted house in this summer. Ooh.
It was at Green Bay, Wisconsin. Compliments of the Banshee Shriners and the crew over there. You know, Gage, tonight I was getting ready to come over to the haunt with you. And I was like, I think I gotta go to the bathroom. And I know if I go to the haunt, and if I try to go to the bathroom at the haunt, they're gonna yeah, Mr. Jingles is gonna come and Justin, he's gonna chainsaw the toilet.
Walk out. There's like a balloon animal in the shape of a snake.
He's gonna chainsaw the porta potty while I'm trying to go to the bathroom. So I'm not gonna be able to go because I'm one of those people. And I know one of these times I'm gonna pay for my tail. I know I'm gonna be going through the haunt, and you're gonna get jump scared. I'm gonna shit myself.
So, all right, Green Bay Fear, Revenge of the 80s.
I'm gonna jump scare him and shit myself.
Yes. Yeah.
You know most of the people are laughing right
There
now.
probably aren't, to be honest. They'll probably be like, he's just laughing on his own, eating a bagel.
So, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Revenge of the 80s. First of all, yay! Had a lot of fun. Went down there Friday night, arrived about, what would you say, 8:30?
Yeah.
And tickets were $15 a person. There were some promos in effect, but in general, tickets were $15 a person. We went in, we got to the trail, and let's just break it down right away. Let's just talk about what we thought about the event in general. I'll go first. I'll let you go. I want to try to avoid as many spoilers as possible, but I want to touch on a few highlights from Green Bay Fear's Revenge of the 80s.
Plenty. Go for it.
And you're right. There were a lot of highlights, actually. So first of all, obviously, I harp on certain things, and I continue to harp on certain things, because for me as a haunt goer, for me as a customer, right, the worst thing you can have is, like, dead space in your haunted house, and have your people walking through go, okay, this is getting kind of boring. You know, am I right? Mm-hmm. So, I found that Green Bay Fear did a really good job of minimizing dead space at their haunt.
They definitely did.
We walk in, we're greeted at the ticket booth, we go through. It's a nice change of pace on the walk up to the haunted midway. Had some really nice additions this time around. And, of course, we're greeted then by Mr. Jingles, the crew there. Everybody's dressed up, 80s theme, flashy sunglasses. I think we had, I'm going to tell you something, brother. I think we had a Hulk Hogan impersonator in there, so it was pretty good. Of course, the actors are abundant as well, so that was nice. First thing they do, they brought us through the Mr. Jingles Funhouse. I've said it once. I'm going to say it again. I believe Mr. Jingles Funhouse and the crew that works in that funhouse are absolute rock stars. And it is an absolute A-plus part of that attraction every single time I go. I don't think I've ever walked through there and been disappointed. Those guys, quite literally, they work it. Mm-hmm. And they're selling you the best damn product on the market. Those guys, as far as I'm concerned, they're the best. Great experience through the funhouse. It was really neat what they did. I like some of the changes that they made, some of the things that they're working on and trying differently. Very nice. We get out. We're greeted by a few more actors on our way to the house. We get into the house, and the house was a pleasant surprise. Mm-hmm. We had some solid actor-on-actor interaction, both outside of and inside of the house. Some of the aesthetics in the house are even better. Let me say that again. Even better than they were before. They upped the production value big time inside of that house. Now, there were a few rooms that I felt could have been lit a little bit less. And overall...
That's coming from someone who's scared of the dark, too.
Yeah, that's coming from somebody who is afraid of the dark. Overall, my experience in the house, all of the actors were on point. There was something in the air tonight, because I am telling you, this was the most spirited I have ever seen the actors at Green Bay Fear. And it's not that they're not normally spirited and excited, But this was like they amped it to 11 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very, very solid haunt experience. And if you ask me, I think, even though this was like a summer performance or an extracurricular performance for them, I think that tonight, Friday's performance at Revenge of the 80s is the best performance, the best outing I've seen from the crew at Green Bay Field. I thought it was really, really exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
I was impressed. I was so impressed that when you suggested going a second time, it didn't take much to get me on board.
It did not.
And I really enjoyed it.
I wish you could have gone a third.
Yeah, honestly, we were even talking about going a third time when we came through. At the end of the day, for the $15,
why the hell not?
Why are people not going to these things?
We should touch on that a bit later, though.
We will, but yeah, like seriously, like what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this was great. This was exceptional, and we have it right here in Green Bay. Fantastic attraction, tons of fun. The people that work there and the people that are involved clearly care about their craft. They clearly care about what they're doing, and they improve. They take suggestions. You don't get butthurt when you make a comment or you make a criticism of something. They actually work to do better. You know what? I was very, very impressed tonight. Now, I'm going to turn the floor over to you. I'm going to let you talk, and while you do, I'm going to enjoy my bagel because I've been waiting for this all night. Go ahead.
So, starting it off, I don't want to say any spoilers, but as you were kind of hinting on there, they really did
Mr. Jingles is a killer clown.
They really did add to certain things that we were picking on. We don't want to say it because we want you to experience it. But they really did add some area where we felt was just completely dead. It was just empty space, as you said. But I'm so glad to see they changed up a few things, especially right off the bat. Really good performance there.
It sets the pace for the entire event.
It does.
And you're not even at the haunted house yet.
Caught me off guard, which is great because it sets it up too. Because you know what you're going into. 80s weekend, you're expecting Crystal Lake, you're expecting Mike Myers, all this stuff, all like the stereotypical movies. And they were really shoot on that. But moving on here. Got to the main foyer area, lobby area, whichever you want to call it.
On the midway.
Midway, there you go. Right in the midway there, you got Mr. Jingles. Went through there twice. He even sang us a song. It was wholesome.
He sang you a song.
And it was pretty cool. It's always great interacting there with the actors, as well as the staff is always friendly as well, too. Mm-hmm. Moving on to the fun house. The fun house... Always, and I feel like we can make a montage of each video from 2018 since we started.
I had to go back to when we started, and you just cut little clips of every one of our videos.
Always.
Fun house rocks. Fun house is great.
Right.
We love the fun house. Let's do the fun house.
We're not going to do that though because we want to get to the point.
We actually want to get to the point of the video.
So that fun house, incredible. Always love those actors. They always got such a great personality going to it. They had skits working in there too, not as actor, but not like the character, but the actor was playing it, which is pretty cool to see. He's able to move around in there. It's a very fun area. They scared me plenty of I can swear. God, I'm so used to working, I can't swear. They scared me a lot of times. Loved it. Never disappointed. Moving on, transitioning from the fun house into the house, you had a lot of cool interactions with some actors there. Whether they have great humor, that's some rated R kind of humor. It was
hilarious.
They were.
Here's the thing, right?
Twice.
So, let me make one comment, and I think it's going off what you're going to say. Mm-hmm. One thing I love about the Green Bay Fair actors is like they see it's two grown ass men coming through. They treat us like grown ass men. They're
exactly.
Well, come on through, children. It's like, no, I'm a 35-year-old grown man. Don't treat me like a baby. Like, cuss at me a little bit. Mm-hmm. Swing your axe at me. Let's have some fun. I like that stuff. That was good.
Mm-hmm. So they're never afraid to let themselves go if they could, and which is great because they're able to identify the situations where they can let loose a little bit.
Well, to be fair, the haunt is rated PG-13.
They said some rated R stuff with us. That wasn't PG-13.
Good.
The ESRB, whatever rating, would not put that at a.
I think they would have rated it T for teen. I don't think it would have been mature.
I guess you got to sneak in a few words.
I think it would have been T for teen for language
Language!
Violence and some gore.
There,
Language,
yep.
violence, gore. Rated T for teen.
Going from there to the house, the greeter, we were expecting a story. You even saw me sat in the normal position waiting for it.
Standing in normal position, waiting for it,
Waiting
and
for
then just
the
get
story.
screamed in the
They
face.
walk in, scream in the face. First time, and the second time, I'm like, go to him! Go to him! Nope.
And then it's
Right.
like, now go onto the fucking.
I know, right? I
There's
stood there
like, they
waiting.
scream at you, and they're like, now go onto the fucking fireplace.
Go. Get on. I'm going down now.
Go fall down the hall.
Go down now. Oh, yeah, but, all right. Going through there, they changed up some rooms, and I'm glad to see it. I didn't want to go in there thinking, same rooms. I almost had the layout plotted in my mind from it as they went.
And even if some of the rooms were like,
The summer repeats, that's okay.
yeah, dude,
You
that's-
mix it up,
That's
though.
that's almost every haunted.
Yeah, but they mixed it up. They threw in some new things. I think I said 3 or 4 times. Is this new?
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
The house, loved its actors. Plenty of good corner scares.
Yeah,
They
I was
got
just gonna
me.
ask you, dude. How about those corner scares and like
Right.
some of those window scares? There were some of them where even like the second time around they got you. I was like,
They
oh.
had a
I was like,
view
bro,
area
you stupid.
where they scare you here,
and they just kept
here.
coming, and then
I
you
know,
come up
right?
and dude steps
I'm
around the
try-
corner right in your face.
I'm trying to explain something to you, like, ah! Alright, so anyways, ah! No, so, going through there, great. Go out to the same garden area. I would like to see it kind of change up a little bit.
You know, what can you really?
It's not
what
bad.
can you really do out there, though? I mean, we had the interactions were good.
No, the interactions were
and
good.
And the actors were they
They did their job.
How do they do that all night and not just
Right?
Like, I don't know how you do that all night.
But
and
like,
just be miserable.
I already have it painted out where I'm going here, to there, through there, bam. Like, I would, if possible, I like to see that change a little bit.
I would
like,
say
come
that
this
I would
fall.
I
Just
would
my
say-
little path change. It's
I would say
okay.
the garden could use some work, or maybe they just do something. I don't even know. Maybe they do something crazy with it. But you know what? It's par for the course. It was fine. But
Yeah,
so what?
actors bring it to life. That's all. That's the best part about it is that you get if you get the same room, at least you got actors that bring it to life to make it feel like, hey, this isn't a different experience. I mean, this isn't the same experience. It's a different experience.
The
with who you got.
actors. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this right now, and I think I've said this before. The actors make Green Bay feel
I
great.
think I said this before. Compilation. I've said this time.
No, seriously, the actors make Green Bay feel
They
great. And
always do.
You and I say this every time we come on here, right? It's like people are watching, they're like, these guys are all jumbled. Like, they can't form a coherent sentence. They're laughing, they're giggling, they're joking around. Okay, so let's make that statement right now then. That's what a fun and exciting haunted house experience does for us, right? We come on here and like we're joking around, we're teasing around, we're having fun with it because we had a good time.
Yep.
Right? Like Green Bay Fair, we had a lot of fun. Like spoiler, we had a great effing time tonight. It was a blast.
Which kind of segues into our conversation when we're walking out to the parking lot and noticing the lack, therefore, of cars. Like,
so that was a big disappointment.
That
to me.
was.
I don't know if they came later. I don't know if they were there earlier, or I don't know if maybe we were just missing something. But it didn't feel like there were a lot of people there, and there should have been.
we're talking about customers, by the way.
And we're talking about customers. There was a ton of actors tonight.
There were a ton.
They had like the full
They
staff
had
on.
full staff.
They,
Room. There's only like a few. I counted one hand with how many maybe possible dead rooms there might have been.
Yeah,
but
and
still.
in the dead room, and any dead rooms that they were like so short it was irrelevant.
But like with how many great actors and just it was such a great experience. It was so damning to see just like 5 cars out in that lot, and how much effort they put into that and the work the actors are doing. It didn't sit right, and it's a cheap $15, not cheap, but like cheap price.
But it is. But the $15 is a cheap price when you consider, dude. Like,
yeah,
if you're gonna,
it's not a cheap experience. It's a great experience for a great price.
Yeah,
is what I meant.
nobody thinks that you're trying to cut them down either.
Mm-hmm.
But you think about that, dude. What can you really do for $15?
Well,
Seriously,
I'll-
I mean, a breakout room's $30. That's an hour.
I'm not. All I'm putting is in like whatever. I'm trying. I can't form the word in my head right now. But all I'm gonna say is that, like in Green Bay, there's so many people. Obviously, people love haunted houses. Maybe they just don't know about it. They don't know about this a haunt they got going on tonight, which I hope they do because they put in such a great performance. To walk out into that parking lot to see almost damn near no cars was really upsetting because they did a great job. They deserve more recognition. But
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing as we walked out, and honestly, to anybody that watches this, like that wonders, oh, how was Revenge of the '80s? Should I have gone? You missed Green Bay Fear's best performance.
Mm-hmm.
No question.
You got tomorrow to go, and we do mean go.
Yeah, I mean Saturday. If you guys are available on Saturday, you definitely should go. I don't normally like push for people to do something like this so much. It's like kind of like when we like review Revenge and we're like, you guys got to come check out Revenge.
Yeah.
It's like that's how I feel right now when I'm talking about Green Bay Fear's Revenge of the '80s. It was a really, really solid experience.
So MVP actors.
Oh my god!
Actors, actresses. I know, right?
I hate doing this because
I loved all of them.
I did love all of them, and it's like, dude, this is such a slap in the face.
To some of them, I mean, they did so many of them did great.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You know what? Because I could say Mr. Jingles, and it'd be justified. I could say the boys in the Funhouse. I could say the boys in the Funhouse, and it would be totally justified. You know what? I had some new actors step up tonight and give me an in-character performance that really impressed me. I'm talking about the two guys on the trail leading between the Funhouse and the main house. Those guys were rock stars, and they're my two picks for VIP actors. Those guys were great. They were super in character. They got super up close and personal. I know you guys are obviously like older actors. Like you guys have probably been doing it for a little while.
Who were the funny ones that were pointing out earlier?
Yeah. You guys were the ones that knew that you could work us a little bit. You guys were awesome. You guys get my VIP actors tonight. Again, I could give it to Mr. Jingles. I could give it to the guys in the Funhouse. And it's like I can give it to the same guys every single time. And it's like, you know what, dude? Those two guys on that trail, they earned it.
Right?
They earned it absolutely, 100%.
I was almost going to say them. You stole that from me. But I'd have to move on to the next one. I'm kidding. I'm not going to say the sloppy seconds. I want to throw a huge shout out here. It's not really an actor, but the staff member. There's that staff member that was waiting on us, and when we're going to the hunt, that I never really know. We don't have a name for him, but he's a gentleman with longer hair. He's been there plenty of times. He's even there for a kids hunt. He was such a cool guy to the kids.
Where was he?
He's the guy that walked us up to the house.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, I don't know his name. I know him outside of. He's I'd have to give him an MVP, even if it's not really an actor. For an MVP actor, I'll throw in there that the nurse and the Banshee. Oh, sorry, that might hurt your ears. The Banshee and the nurse characters are pretty cool too. Going into it, and really kind of set the mood.
In like the opening room of the
house.
with
the screaming in her face. The nurse was pretty fun and interactive. The Russian
nurse who gave us a lollipop.
I still have it. I'm ready to eat it later on after this video. But yeah, so. Those two and a staff member shout out would have to be that guy that walks us into the house.
Yeah, and he got me a good price on Fortnite cards too, so I like him. He's pretty cool.
But yeah, so those are my MVP actors, and I think there's only one conclusion that we have to say unless there's anything you want to touch on?
I think we have to rate it.
We have to rate it.
People are like, oh, what would you say? Was it like a 6 out of 10? Well, actually, I give it a 5 out of 10 because I was just in a bad mood. Green Bay Fear's Revenge of the '80s is a 10 performance. And a blast, and it makes me want to see more stuff like this from Green Bay Fear, and it makes me hope that they do more stuff like this. So you guys deserve it, you guys earned it, and I think that's actually the first time I've given out a 10. Good job.
Holy cow! I wasn't expecting that from you.
I had a blast.
That's good.
I'm half tempted to still go again tomorrow night.
I wish I could go, but I gotta drive. My rating.
I give it a 6. I just my foot was kind of my feet kind of hurt afterwards, and it was just kind of dirty, and there's a lot of fog. I just didn't like it.
It was a solid 9. I'd have to say.
I was gonna say if you gave it less than a 9 for how much you were praising, I was gonna slap the shit out of you.
Right. We've already established it before. It's a fun hunt. It was,
and there were some good.
There were
scares this time.
There were scares.
So we talk about this all the time, right? And I talk about some of the actors because they come in my place of business. We're gonna keep that separate. And I talked to them, and I'm like, you guys have like one of the most fun haunts in the area. And they're like, yeah, we want to be a fun haunt, but we also want to be scary.
And they
added it.
They executed.
And it was executed. I liked it. You're a 9. I gave it a 10. There is a question we got to know, Gage. I just need to know one thing.
Is this scary, Wisconsin?
You tell us. I'm Justin with This Is Scary. My good friend Gage. Your thoughts in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed this breakdown and review. Huge shout out to Green Bay Fear and the Revenge of the 80s.
Go tomorrow!
And the Revenge of the 80s performance. You guys were fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you right here next time. Good night.
Good night. Do I really smell that good?
Oh, Mr. Jingles is right. You smell
Do
better.
I smell good?
You smell better when you're awake.
Do I?